Today we are looking at a small Malaysian coin that many people might completely ignore when searching through an old coin collection. It is the 1990 Malaysia 1 sen coin. At first glance, this coin may look like an ordinary low-denomination piece of currency. But coins like this can become interesting to collectors because of their history, their design, their condition, their production details, and the possibility of finding an unusual example. Welcome back to Old Coin Vault. If you enjoy discovering old coins and learning which pieces may deserve a closer look, then make sure you stay with us until the end, because this tiny 1 sen coin has several details that every collector should know before deciding what it is worth. The coin we are discussing today is the Malaysian 1 sen dated 1990. This coin belongs to Malaysia's second series of circulation coins, which began in 1989 and continued for many years. The series was designed around Malaysian cultural artifacts and traditions. That makes these coins more than simple pieces of spending money. They also provide a small glimpse into Malaysian culture and national identity. The 1 sen denomination is one of the smallest denominations in the Malaysian currency system. 1 sen represents 1/100th of a Malaysian ringgit. In everyday commerce, these tiny coins were once used for very small transactions. Because of their low face value, many people did not think much about keeping them. That is exactly why collectors today sometimes enjoy finding older examples in excellent condition. The 1990 date is particularly interesting because it is one of the early years of this second series. According to available numismatic records, the 1990 issue had a reported mintage of about 102.5 million pieces. That means this is not considered an extremely scarce date in normal circulated condition. However, the number of coins originally produced is only one part of the story when determining collectible value. The 1990 Malaysia 1 sen has a diameter of approximately 17.78 mm and weighs about 1.74 grams. It is made from copper-clad steel. The edge is milled and the coin has a round shape. These specifications can be useful when checking whether a coin is genuine, because weight and dimensions can help identify unusual or incorrect pieces. Now let's look closely at the design. On the obverse you can see the denomination of 1 sen along with the date 1990. The design also features the hibiscus flower. The hibiscus is the national flower of Malaysia and is one of the most recognizable symbols found on Malaysian circulation coins. Around the design is the wording Bank Negara Malaysia. Bank Negara Malaysia is the central bank of the country. The combination of the national flower and the name of the issuing authority gives this tiny coin a strong connection to Malaysia's national identity. Turn the coin over and you find another fascinating feature. The reverse features the rebana ubi. This is a traditional Malaysian drum and it represents the cultural theme used for the second series of Malaysian circulation coins. Each denomination in this series was associated with a different Malaysian cultural object or tradition. The use of the rebana ubi on the 1 sen coin makes this piece especially interesting for collectors who enjoy coins with cultural themes. A coin may have a very small monetary denomination but still carry significant historical and cultural information. And this is where the real question begins. What is a 1990 Malaysia 1 sen actually worth? For today's Old Coin Vault discussion, we are using a potential collectible value of up to about $10 for a desirable example. But it is extremely important to understand that $10 should not be interpreted as the automatic market price for every 1990 1 sen coin. Most circulated examples can be worth considerably less. Current collector references show ordinary examples of this date generally trading at modest values depending on condition. Uncirculated examples can command more attention because collectors prefer coins with strong original surfaces and sharp details. Numismatic price references also warn that catalog values are only indications and actual selling prices can vary. So how could a tiny coin like this reach a higher collectible value? Condition is one of the biggest factors. Imagine finding two 1990 Malaysia once-in coins. The first coin has been circulating for decades. It has scratches, dark spots, contact marks, worn lettering, and flattened details. The second coin looks almost untouched. The design is sharp. The lettering is clear. The hibiscus flower has strong details. The cultural design on the reverse remains crisp. The surfaces have very few marks. Even though both coins have exactly the same denomination and year, the second coin can be much more desirable to collectors. This is why you should never judge an old coin only by its face value. Collectors often separate coins according to condition grades. A heavily circulated coin may have very little premium. A very fine coin has stronger remaining details. An extremely fine coin shows less wear. An almost uncirculated coin has only minimal evidence of circulation. And an uncirculated coin can be especially attractive when it has strong original surfaces. For a coin like the 1990 Malaysia once-in, the difference between an ordinary circulated example and a high-quality example can be significant. Another important factor is originality. If you find an old coin that looks unusually bright, you might immediately think it is rare. But be careful. Some coins have been cleaned or polished by previous owners. Cleaning can damage the natural surface and may actually reduce collector interest. A genuine original surface is usually much more desirable than a coin that has been aggressively polished. So if you discover one of these coins, do not immediately take a cloth or chemical cleaner to it. Do not scratch it. Do not polish it. And do not attempt to make it look new. Instead, handle the coin carefully by its edges and inspect it under good lighting. Look at the date first. Make sure it clearly reads 1990. Then check the denomination. Look for 1 SEN. Next, inspect the hibiscus design and the Bank Negara Malaysia lettering. Turn the coin over and examine the Rebana Ubi design. Compare the size, weight, diameter, edge, and overall appearance with reliable references. The reported mintage of around 102.5 million pieces means that the 1990 date itself is not enough to make the coin extraordinarily rare. This is a very important point for anyone watching coin value videos. A coin can be old without being rare. A coin can be rare without being extremely valuable. And a coin can sometimes become valuable because of a combination of rarity, condition, error characteristics, demand, and collector interest. That is why collectors should look beyond the date. Errors and varieties can sometimes create additional interest. If your 1991 SEN has something that appears unusual, you should not automatically assume it is an error. Many strange-looking features can be caused by damage after the coin left the mint. For example, a bent edge may simply be damage. A scratch may look like a die error. A weak design may result from normal wear. Discoloration may come from environmental exposure. A genuine mint error is something different. If you believe your coin has an unusual minting characteristic, then compare it with normal examples and consider having the coin examined by an experienced numismatist or professional grading service before assigning a large value to it. Another reason collectors enjoy the 1991 sen is its connection to the early period of the second series of Malaysian coins.